So today is July 25th, 2018, and today I have my abdominal myomectomy. It's about 6 a.m. now. I have to be at the hospital at 6:30 a.m. And I thought I would document this whole experience for anyone who's curious or nervous or just wants to see what it's like for one person, me in particular. This journey began essentially last year at the end of 2017, this summer. I had a really good summer as a teacher. Then the fall started and I started to feel really weird. I knew something was incredibly wrong with my body. And I finally was able to get an appointment in December, and that's when I was diagnosed with multiple large fibroids. I had a horrible experience with my doctor. She really didn't explain a sonogram to me, so for months I sat there with whatever little knowledge I had and fretted and looked on Google and didn't understand why my uterus was so big. And it wasn't until essentially a month ago when I attended a new clinic and spoke to a new doctor. Well, I still haven't met my doctor or my surgeon, but my physician's assistant, and she explained to me that all my fibroids are about the size of limes. I have at least 4 of them, and they've made my uterus the size of a 4 to 5 month pregnant female. And I'd love to be pregnant, and I'm not pregnant, but I look pregnant. So that explains that, because all these years, well, I don't know how long I've had fibroids, but for the past however long I've known myself, I've always had this pouch, and I thought it was naturally fat. And it's kind of reassuring to know that, no, they're fibroids, they're tumors. So we are going to get those fuckers out today. But I'm still really scared, really nervous. I'm not scared of like the anesthesia or anything like that. I'm more scared of the pain. I've lived with intense cramping and abdominal pain and bleeding since I started my period at the age of 10. I thought it was normal. I come to find out this past year that it's not normal. And that's hard. That I suffered all this time, and I thought it was normal, and it's not normal. I never understood why girls could wear tampons and I couldn't. I know it's silly, but, you know, growing up and the girls like, oh, you got a tampon, and, you know, everyone used to make fun of me for wearing pads, and because they're huge. I mean, and the pads I wear, they're overnight pads. So everyone used to be like, oh, why are you wearing a diaper? Don't wear a diaper, it's not comfortable. Get a tampon. Y'all don't understand. It don't work. And at least once a month, I have to take a day off of work because the pain's just too much. And I thought that was normal. Because, you know, you always hear about women having pain in their periods. I didn't realize that it should debilitate you to the sense that you can't get out of bed. But we're gonna take care of that today. I'm currently getting ready to go to the hospital. Why am I doing my hair? Nervous. Trying to stick to my routine, keep myself calm. I'm so glad it's getting taken care of, but I'm so scared of the pain. Six weeks recuperation, and I know probably at least 2 weeks of straight pain. I'm no stranger to pain. I had lots of surgeries growing up as a kid. I have another condition called osteochondromatosis, where you grow benign bone tumors all over your body. And as I was growing up, it would work by my nerves and be extremely painful. so I had to remove them. I've been waiting for this day for the past 6 months at least. I have a family history of fibroids. My mom had a hysterectomy in her 40s, but she managed to have 2 children before she realized she had fibroids. I'm going to be 34 this year. Wow, had to remember. And I don't have children, and I really want to have children with my husband, so this is why we are doing this process. I looked into different procedures, and I talked to a whole bunch of different doctors, and they said that if I want to preserve my uterus and retain my fertility, this would be the best option. Who may be wondering what it's like, you're definitely not alone. This can be a very lonely process or a lonely thing to go through. It's not that I don't have support or loved ones, because they do. It's just, if no one really understands what's going on with your body or how you're feeling, it can be really difficult. It's going to be a good day. So it's after midnight. Had my operation at 8:30 a.m. and it was a success. I spoke to my physicians, and what started out as 4 Lymes ended up being 15 fibroids. 15. That was a hard blow. But they're all gone. Now starts the healing process. I'm in pain, but matching that pain, the nausea's been just as bad. Because if you feel like you're gonna retch or vomit, and you're straining your body, and it's a lot. And there's like chills and sweats, and I'm being honest with you folks. It's the first day though, so I'll see how I feel in the morning. Some physicians will want to keep you on narcotics like oxycodone and Percocet. If that's your choice, that's fine. My doctor preferred to use like Tylenol and Motrin to help keep the swelling and pain down. It'll also help with the recovery process, he said, because you won't feel as nauseous or have to go, clean out those hard drugs from your system. And I appreciate that, because if he hadn't, I probably would have been taking those drugs, and the Tylenol is working. I don't know how it would be compared to oxycodone, but, I'm at least coherent. I don't know if that stuff kind of makes you loopy or, they're hard drugs. So I'm glad that I'm keeping my wits about me, and I'm surviving. I did it. I keep getting really, upset and hard on myself, but I did it. They're gone. I won't have to deal with it again. Good night. Also, just so you know, another reason to avoid the narcotics is to help avoid constipation and the extra gas that it can cause. Because you're not going to get out of the hospital until, 1, you pee after they remove your catheter, 2, you can walk around, and 3, you have to fart. You need to get gas out. And the gas bubbles, I just had my first one, and it's fucking intense. I'm hoping it doesn't get worse, but it's like a giant bubble that is really hard to pass because you're in pain and you're clenching, and I'm sure you're just swollen. There's no fucking room for it to move. So here's hoping I can fart without pain.